Well, Connecticut is remembering former Senator Joe Lieberman this morning. Flags will be at half-staff across the state today as the longtime senator is laid to rest in Stamford. The funeral takes place this morning at Congregation Agudath Shalom in Lieberman's hometown, and we will be there to cover it all. And we're expecting a contingent of political leaders this morning. Some of the speakers include Lieberman's former rivals. It's a fitting tribute to a man who constantly broke party barriers and left a national legacy.
Thank you.
Joe Lieberman's run for the White House made him famous. But here in Connecticut, the former senator's legacy goes far deeper. He unintentionally launched Governor Lamont's career. In the 2006 primary, the two battled over Lieberman's unwavering support for the Iraq War.
Did I always agree with him? No, but you knew where he stood, and I respect that.
Most recently, Lieberman shocked the establishment yet again, this time forming the No Labels Third Party movement. But just 2 weeks ago, at his last public appearance, Lieberman insisted they would not play spoiler for Donald Trump.
As much as we want to start a new chapter in our history, and we'd love to have a bipartisan president, vice president, I think almost nobody in our group wants to see Trump reelected.
Before Congress, Lieberman was Connecticut's first full-time attorney general, transforming the office.
He was a fierce advocate, and he leaves a legacy of fighting for consumers, for environmental values, for civil rights.
That includes LGBTQ rights. Lieberman helped end the military's Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy. Today, advocates raise the trans pride flag above the state capitol.
I had the privilege of being able to grow up and find my identity in such a welcoming community, in such a liberal and welcoming state.
In the end, Lieberman leaves behind a complex legacy, but also a bygone era of politics.
Joe Lieberman was a controversial guy politically, right, and a really interesting guy, and in some ways a guy who sort of personified Connecticut independence.
Well, President Joe Biden is remembering the former senator this morning. In a statement, Biden said that he and Lieberman served together in the U.S. Senate for 20 years. He was, quote, principled, steadfast, and unafraid to stand up for what he thought was right. He was a friend. Well, the president went on to say that Lieberman had a fierce spirit of independence and is the essence of the American story, and that Lieberman acted as a leader in the state's legislature, as attorney general, and as a committed Senate colleague. He also championed the environment, gun safety, and reproductive freedom. The president will not be at the former senator's funeral today, but Lieberman's running mate, Al Gore, will, and so will Governor Lamont. Joe Lieberman's high school is remembering him this morning. One of Stamford High School's alumni says that she recently received a video message from the former senator. The video was given to our Mark Sudol.
This is our Wall of Fame.
Lisa Mae Melfi, who was at Stamford High School in the late 80s, says she started reaching out to Stamford grads on the school's Wall of Fame, reaching out to alumni for video messages of their memories to celebrate Stamford High's 150th anniversary. One of them she heard back from recently was Joe Lieberman.
He replied right back and said, "I will send you a video," and I nearly fell to the floor.
Lieberman graduated Stamford High back in 1960. He was on the debate team and student council and always said he was a proud member of the Black Knight community. Lieberman spoke about his love for his Black Knights on News 12 Connecticut back in 1989 when he came back to Stamford High after he became a U.S. Senator.
Wherever I go in life, whatever I'm lucky enough to do, I will always be proud to say that I am a Black Knight from Stamford High School.
Melfi was here for that visit and is saddened to hear of his loss.
Pretty sad, for sure. A great loss to our community and the Black Knight community, for sure.
Lieberman recently sent Melfi a video message back for the 150th anniversary.
Thanks to Lisa Mae Melfi for inviting me to participate in the celebration of the 150th anniversary of Stamford High School.
He later went on to sing the school's old fight song, one of our last moments of the senator.
Watching o'er the teeming city, hail our high school on the hill, 'neath thy clock tower, we have lingered
In Stanford, Mark Sudol, News